Guys, I want to show you guys that this particular strategy works on crypto too. It works on crypto. So I have some setups I had on crypto, even the ones I took and the ones I didn't take. Let me just run a quick analysis on it. Right. So we all know that Bitcoin has been on a downtrend for some time. So after this particular push to the downside, which let's assume that this place from this place backward has not happened. Okay, let's assume that it has not happened. So we had a sweep of liquidity here. Remember what I say about sweep. I pay close attention anytime I see a sweep of liquidity because it forms part of my trading strategy. So after this sweep, markets push to the downside, breaking structure. So I'm going to use my fib to flip from the swing high to the swing low, right? Then this is the 50%. Now what am I going to do? Once markets trade back into the 50%, I will now go down to my H4 and look for a way to to sell the market. So as I went to my H4, which is this very place, I noticed that the market gave us a double top. After this push, market did like this, gave us another one. Then market did what? Market dropped. Do you understand? Now something interesting happened here, which is if you look at this very place very well, you will see that in this second leg, you remember the double top went like this from here down and then up and then dropped. Do you understand? Let me bring it out so you can see it very well. It has something like this, which is a double top actually. Now, if you look at it very well, you see that this on this second leg, which is this very place, that markets this particular candle swept this one with a wick and closed below it with a body, creating what I call two two candles, single candle order block, like the one that comprises only two candles alone that forms it. We have the one that comprises two, we have the one that comprises three. Now, when this happens, the wick of that candle that swept with a wick and closed with a body becomes your entry. The wick becomes your entry. So I'm just going to mark out the wick alone. The wick alone is your single candle order block that we are talking about. Just the wick. Just the wick. Okay. So you now take your you can place your stop loss above here or just give it a little space like that and then target the low, target the main low, the swing low rather. You target the swing low which is about 8 RR. Do you understand? So that is the first entry. Now the second entry happened here. After this mitigation that happened here, after this very mitigation that happened and market started like dropping to take out the low, at this very place, the same thing repeated itself. This particular candle swept here with a wick and closed below it with a body. So the wick of this particular candle becomes our entry, which is a re-entry if you want to have a second entry or you miss the first one. Your stop loss above your take profit, the same place, the low, which is over 5.8 risk to reward. Then after that, let me delete this fib. After that, markets take out the low and then we now go back to our daily time frame, that is to fib again. So let's go back to our daily time frame since we now have another swing high and a swing low. So in our daily time frame, we now had this move. As you can see very well, we had this particular single candle order block presented here, sitting here very perfectly well. Now what are we expected to do? This is daily time frame. So what I will do is that I will allow markets to trade into this um, single candle order block. I will allow market to trade into it. Once market trades into it, then inside it, I will now look for my entry confirmation. So the this is the particular single candle order block that formed there or an OB. That's this break. So as market traded into it, immediately market traded into it I noticed that market gave us, let me delete this so that you can see it very well. Delete this as well. And okay, I'm going to delete the OB. So let me just delete this too. So let me show you in daily time frame. I noticed that uh, before market traded into that particular OB, we started having something like a sweep of liquidity. As you can see this very place, we started having something like a sweep of liquidity, which is one form of a double top. Do you understand? Here, we started having something like instead of breaking with the body. So that was another interesting thing I noticed on this particular setup. So I now went down to my H4. Remember, we have already seen a kind of a sweep of liquidity, which is this very place that I marked, the sweep of liquidity, which is this very place I marked. Now, what I did was, and I said, okay, I haven't seen the confirmation I'm looking for yet until market now gave me something like this. And I saw one and two. This was what I saw. Something like, let me bring it out. Something like this. This was what I saw, which is a double top. And on this second leg, we had an interesting thing there, which is a single candle order block. As you can see very well, this particular candle, as you can see, it swept this one with a wick and closed below it with a body. So the same type of entry that we have seen twice. As you can see, I'm going to mark out the wick of it, and then that's going to be my entry on BTC. So I have my stop loss either above the high or just but to be on safer side, something like this is okay for stop loss. Now, where are you targeting as your TP? Your TP is going to be all the way to this low. Do you understand? All the way to this low, which is about 17 risks to reward. 17 risks to reward, guys. Now, after market mitigated it, market gave us another entry here, which is going to be a loss if you are taking it, but it presented the way we have been trading it. So in forex market, no strategy is 100%. You understand? That's why even all the gurus we know, all of them stitch up stop loss. Now, as you can see, this particular candle now is swept here with a wick, and this one closed below it with a body. So this candle now is our OB, which people will enter, and it's going to like you're going to like hit SL, something like that, unless you have your stop loss above here, which I know most people will not do that. Do you understand? Because market has nothing to come and mitigate here, so I will definitely have my stop loss something like this. This is the highest I will go, and it's going to be a sweet SL. Do you understand? Now, after taking the SL, and then market started dropping, and gave us our TP. Then you can also note that this place is an inducement, and that particular week becomes our single candle order block. That particular week, because just the same thing that has been happening, the same type of setup we have been seeing. Now, after market traded and took out the particular inducement, then market gave us something very interesting. Let me remove this so that I will show it very well. This was the one I entered. I funded account and entered it. Unfortunately, it was a loss. Now, as you can see, after market traded and take out that inducement and this side 50%, it gave us something like this one, and then this particular one, and dropped. Let me bring it out so you can see the same thing that we'll be trading. And as you can see very well, that particular candle, this particular blue candle, it swept the liquidity of this one with a wick and closed below with a body. So the wick becomes our entry, which I entered. This was the one I put in $20 and entered it to have my SL above here. Think something like this, or just took me out with a wick, something like that, and I targeted this low. So the idea was I was to move that $20 to $110 if I calculated it very well, something like that. But then market did its thing and take me out with a wick, and that was it. So now there is another re-entry which I also analyzed, but I didn't enter it because my account is gone already. I don't want to put another $20 for now. After taking me out, market presented the same type of setup that I've been talking about. This particular candle swept here with a wick and closed below with a body, and that wick, the wick itself is your entry. As you know, this has been our entry apart from one that hit SL self, and then this particular place is your entry, your wick, your stop loss above the wick. Sorry, it's supposed to cover the your stop loss, just something like this, and then your target is going to be the same low. That is for the market to take out the low, unless the market decides to reverse up or something like that. So that is another entry that I didn't take. So here becomes your inducement, and here becomes your entry, right? So this strategy works on crypto too. It works on crypto. You just need to understand the structure and the trend of the market. So far it has moved about 1 point something around. So I was to hold the market to take out this particular low. So this is my analysis on BTC. So probably I might enter when, maybe when this low is broken, when market breaks this low. Yeah, then let's say it breaks this low. I can now use my fib from the high to the low, and target 50%, and from there you can now take an entry. So something like that. All right, please, I need you guys to still follow me so that I'm still be bringing raw content like this, without edits, without cuts. You are going to see my trades. I'm going to show everything. I'm not going to hide everything. We are making profit. You are going to see. We are making loss. We are going to see. Till I believe with time, we can grow. We can grow, right? With time, we can grow and share ideas, and make withdrawals and enjoy. So that's why you need to just follow me so that this kind of content can always, once I drop it, you always eat. By the way, happy Easter, guys, and I wish you celebrations and lots of love.